Hello you guys, it is Ye Old here, and we are back with some more Scrap Mechanic, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do some two-way doors as I try and discover how to do them, as well as telling you guys all about my awesome new updates on my garage and my car. So let's get into it. So last time we were here, you guys, my garage was having some issues. It was having some issues. You guys may not have noticed it, but these are some new little ramps here. Then they are so useful because in the past, last time, I was using these ramps right here. And where is it? Where are these silly little ramps? There they are. So I was using these ramps right here. And you might think, oh, no problem. They work fine. They're nice. But they weren't. They were causing lots and lots of problems because they were just too steep. You can see how these ones are so much less steep, and it actually makes it a lot easier for vehicles to get in here. And that was a huge improvement that doesn't seem like it's big, but it really did help our place here. As well as I messed around with a lot of the coloring, and I just made these things look really cool, and I'm glad I did that. Now, next, and probably one of the coolest features, is right here is a little bit of a area where we can go ahead and place our lift right there. Look how awesome that is. It looks so perfect there as well. And it's perfect because now if we ever drive a vehicle up in here, we can just lift it just by doing that. And it's super duper cool. Now, I want to go ahead and actually put this I want to show you guys how this works. So we're going to go over here. And we're going to actually head on over to our car, where I'm going to show you guys all the updates we did to our car. Now, we probably haven't driven around in this puppy in a few episodes, but oh my god, if you guys can remember what this thing looked like before, oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. Oh my gosh, I just love how this thing is looking. Oh my gosh. Has Been Bad, if you guys remember him from the music machine video we did the other day, he helped me out making this thing look amazing, and oh, it looks so cool. Right here we've actually got an entire engine popping out of our vehicle. He made the spoiler back here, and he just made the thing look pretty awesome for me. But it looks really awesome. And the biggest thing he did to this vehicle was, if we go over here and we actually look in the front, we can actually press one of these buttons, and check this out, you guys. Check this out right here. 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, it's so cool. It's so cool. Let's be honest, it's probably the coolest thing you've ever seen in your entire life. It's just that cool. But yeah, that's our new vehicle, and it's looking really awesome. I'm really glad with how it looks. I'm really glad with how our workshop here, our garage, it's looking, and everything's just looking really awesome. So we're going to go ahead now. We're going to drive on in with our awesome looking vehicle over this little bit of a little thing here. We're gonna park right here. Oh my god, I'm moving way too much. I'm going way too fast. So there we go. We can park just right there. And now let's close this garage door just like that. And now we're simple enough able to lift up our vehicle and do all of our repairs on it. Obviously, it's more practical to just put it on the lift and lift it up, but this is cooler. This is a lot cooler. As well as the fact that if you actually go ahead and try and lift and put your vehicle on a lift, let's get this vehicle out of here. But if you try to grab it here and we brought it back in here, you can't actually put this right down there because the vehicle is automatically put all the way on the top of your roof. So it's really annoying, but there we go. You can see that the lift tries to put the vehicle as high as it can, so it doesn't actually fit in here, which is really silly, but that's how it works. So this is a clever workaround I made. So all we gotta do is place our lift right there, and then we just gotta bring our vehicle in through the door. So I think it's neat. I think it's pretty cool, and I like it. Now, the one thing our little garage, not house, our garage is missing, you guys, is the fact that once we go on in here and we bring our vehicles in and we put them in here and we get on out of our vehicles, once we do that, and then we shut our door, the problem is there's no way to get to that lever. If we were to go ahead and close this one as well And then if we were to go over here and close our front door, I've got one outside. I'm not gonna, because I would have never been able to get back in if I shut this from here. There's no way, you can't get back in. Get back outside, unless you go flying outside the roof. I mean, if we go ahead and do this. There we go. I mean, we'd be locked in if we couldn't run out the roof. So, I want to figure out a way in order to make it so these can be opened and closed from the inside and the outside. And that's what we're going to be doing today, you guys. We're going to be figuring out how to do that. Now, I actually have some ideas on how we're going to go about doing this, but it's going to take some space. So we're going to get started with this, and I'm thinking that we can go ahead and work on it down here underneath our little house, because we do have a lot of space down under here that I think will be perfect for making this whole system work. Okay, you guys, it is now time for us to get working on this door. So I've gone ahead and I've cut out a hole here, and I've placed a little platform where we're going to start working on what we've got to do to get this door working. So all the materials you're going to need to make a two-way door are in my hotbar right now. All you're going to need is the sensor, which we're going to place down right now, a bearing, some blocks, and a few controllers. Those are all you're going to need in order to get this thing to work. So place the sensor down first. That's what we're going to need to do. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to actually start placing some of these building blocks. Now, if you've got this formation down, you're going to want to place a few of these little bearings here. I think if we're right there, then I think if we go ahead and we place another one of those on both sides, we can go ahead and as well put one more bearing, and then we're going to want to go ahead and place these in this direction. So that's the setup for this. Now, the reason we're having to do this, you guys, is because it's impossible to connect your controllers here to more than one switch. You can only have them connected to one switch, which is why we need to make another way for this to work. So the way this is working is that the sensor here is going to be replacing the switch as the power source. So the switch will be connected to all of these controllers here that'll modify where these things are placed, which will determine if the sensor is activated or deactivated, and then that will turn on the door or whatnot. Now this is, I know a lot of my viewers, this might be a bit confusing too, but once you figure it out, you guys, it'll make sense. But now that this is set up, we've got to actually get all of these bearings connected to these other controllers. So we're going to connect the first one on both of these straight across, and then we're going to go across with the second one on both. So there we go. We've got a bit of an X shape there, which is pretty cool. But now we're going to go to the top one right here, and we're going to actually set these to this right here. Set them both to 30. One negative 30, that one to positive 30. And then this one down to positive 30. Now we're going to do the exact opposite with this one. We're going to go in for both of that one and in like this. Now I may actually have those incorrect. Those might both be the opposite. Yeah, okay. I just did both of those completely wrong. Please disregard everything I just said. These both need to be like that. And this one needs to be like so. So now that those ones are all set, I think everything is good, just like that. Looking awesome. Now what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to actually connect this to our door. And that should be at 0 on default. And then I think negative 90 if it's activated. That should be right. Our, wait, what? Oh, wait, okay, whatever. Let's go. Now we're going to connect both of our buttons to these right here individually. There we go. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. And now, because these are all set to the correct things, we should be able to flip a button, and it should close this door. Oh, flip it, and it'll open. Go outside, flip it, and it'll close. And then we can just run around, come on in, and it should open. Awesome. So that's everything working perfectly, awesomely, and amazingly. It is all functioning. I think it looks pretty good too, you guys. So now all we've got to do is cover it up and repaint it, because our floor is looking quite nasty. It's looking like it needs a new paint job. There we go. And good as new, the door is functioning. It may take a bit of time sometimes because the sensor has to activate, but I think it's well worth it so that we can actually have a fully functioning door from both sides. So that's awesome. I hope you guys all love it as well. I think it came out pretty good. So now, everyone, we've got to go ahead and we've got to do our next project, which is we have to get that door set up working for our garage doors, because we've got it working on our front door, but these garage doors are equally as important. Now, it might be a bit less... at first I thought it might be a bit more confusing to do over here because we have the all these different settings here, and it's a bit odder, but I don't think it's going to cause any problems because all we have to do is make the setup underneath and just connect it to our already existing controller, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. So I'm going to get started with this. I'm going to get this door and this door working. Hopefully I won't run into any problems. If I do, I'll just, have a heart attack, die, the normal stuff, right? But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get working on that stuff. Hopefully it won't be any problem. And we'll be back in just a bit once I have gotten this to work. Okay, you guys, we are back now. And oh boy, am I excited because it's looking like everything is working amazingly. So I went ahead and I did continue and I made 2 more of the contraptions, one right here and one more right there, so that both of our garage doors could both be two-way doors as well. And I ended up putting their switches over on the wall because when you walk into your garage in any old house, your garage door buttons are right here. It would have made more sense to put them here just because then it's right next to the door, you know which one they go to, but this felt cooler to me, and I like the idea of this. And the first one is to the first door, and the second one is to the second door, so it's pretty self-explanatory, and it's not too hard to know which one to press. So we're going to go ahead and we'll try this out now. If we click that, that's going to open up that door. We click that one, that's going to open up that one. We click that one, it'll close that door. We could click that one, that'll close that door. We could click it again. We could run back in here, and we can do it in any old funky order that we so please. So there we go. It's all functional. Oh, whoo! A bit of a sneeze there, huh? But there we go, you guys. It works. It's amazing. I'm happy with this because now we actually have ourselves some functioning doors. We've made this place the end-all, be-all, most amazing mechanical place to be at. It's no longer just something that looks cool, but this place actually functions as well. And it's awesome. We've got our cars in here. We've got our lifts. We've got our doors. Everything is looking amazing, and I'm loving how it's coming out, you guys. But for now, I think this is what we're going to call it for today's episode. But I do want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you guys want to see from me next. I actually do have an idea in mind of what we're going to do for next episode, but I want to know what you guys have in mind. What do you guys want me doing in terms of mechanical stuff? Do you want me to start building some cool things? I really want to hear your feedback, but what I do have planned for next episode, you guys, you'll have to wait and see, but I've got something neat because something has arisen. It's come to my attention, a neat idea about a competition of inventions, and you'll have to come by to see what it's all about for next episode. But for now, this is where we're gonna leave it. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to drop a like. It is much appreciated. And leave a comment, let me know what you thought and all. But for now, this is where we're gonna leave it. If you're new to the channel, make sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The links are all in the description as well as on the top of the screen right now. But for now, this is where we're gonna leave it. I hope you guys all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye!